I believe that the reason God created man was for management.
Really? I have never heard it put that way.
The first thing is to be honest with yourself. You can never have an impact on society if you have not changed yourself.
God will never allow growth where there is no management.
Wow, wow, wow.
So instead of praying for things from God, pray for the management ability.
Everything I tell you is true. Everything I open my mouth and I say is correct because heaven directs me on what to say. Eligwe, heaven will tell me and I will tell you it will come to pass in front of your eyes, not behind you. You will see it happening.
God will withhold things from you if you cannot manage them.
When you look at the facts that something around 1 million people perished as a result of the actions of the British and Russian and Nigerian federal governments.
Vis-a-vis what we see in Nigeria, which is truly not, it should not be surprising. Look, what's happening in Nigeria is barbarous. It's horrible. I mean, it's complete madness, yet it's not a priority. The United States unilaterally could do almost anything it needs to do. It would be a long-term effort, but it could be done. And the United States has the capability. All the elements of power, we have those.
So why not?
It's not a priority. That's the problem. We are committed elsewhere in the world. Black West Africa is not a priority.
Anybody who changes his principles depending on whom he is dealing, that is not a man who can lead a nation.
No way. When the time comes, it's okay. What stupid country is this? So when you see you try somebody's secret, when you like, you try a secret. When you like, it's in public. What stupid country is that? What stupid country is that? I ask you. When you like, you try in secret. When you like, you try in private. They are killing my people. They are killing my people. They are killing IPOBs. They are killing my people. After killing my people, you tell me what to tell in secret. The person is mad. Completely mad. Tell Buhari, that's what I said. That he is mad. He cannot tell me. He cannot tell me. He's a madman. There's a contempt of court proceedings here. Contempt of court. They don't obey court order. They don't obey court order. You're telling me secret trial. Is the person mad?
I, Nnamdi Kanu, will sacrifice anything sacrificable to make sure that Biafra comes.
We hereby declare no election, no 2023 general election in Biafra land. This no election in Biafra land has been activated. We are going to make it a task that must be done by every Biafran. All measures will be put in place to make sure the adequate civil disobedience is implemented to stop the election in Biafra land.
Do you know the meaning of discovery? It means to bring to light something that is buried on the ground. If you can accept that, then you know that Biafra is coming. There is nothing man can do about it. It's too late. Way, way too late. The countdown has begun.
Shabbat to all dear friends, lovers of freedom, every one of you, Oduduwa brothers, sisters, lovers of freedom all over the nations of the world, trapped in the contraption called Nigeria and held down by colonial dictates all over the nations of the world. I want to welcome you to this live broadcast today, the 17th day of December 2022. Today is the Sabbath and you know, the Sabbath day, you know, as we celebrate in the Jewish culture and tradition, you know, and of course we're part of it. And today is also the last day of the week. I want to welcome you to the NUGGET conference today, and it is my pleasure to host you today, and I'm delighted to see you all here. Again, we come to fellowship on the day of the Lord. Of course, it's part of the day of the Lord. Of course, Saturday is the seventh day, and according to the calendar, you know, process, you know. But of course, we know what Saturday means. Relaxation, you know, it's called a Sabbath, you know, the Sabbath day, and we relax and all of that. But I want to say welcome here on Biafra Global Network. My name is Kelechi Ambrose, and your host today again. And I see my people sending the messages. I'm going to go straight to the message right now. In fact, we came on late today, because we actually have, as I'm talking to you, I just left the meeting and came up here. The meeting is still on, and even our guests, you know, they are still in the meeting, so they are soon going to be joining us. So it's critical, because lots of things are going on for the betterment of Biafra, and we are working tirelessly, you know, to make sure that we get our nation. Plans, programs going on, you know, it's very interesting. You know, it's good to serve, and we're doing all we can. And as we serve our people and serve Biafra, that is what we're doing. You can imagine from there coming on again to make the broadcast, and then they will be joining us again. So it's one of those stress we have to go through, the sacrifice. And I know that every one of you too, you are doing your bits, you are sacrificing from all your ends and all of that. You are doing what you can do. And of course, today is also the fundraising. So we're not going to take long here. In 1 hour, we'll be through. And then so that you can prepare for the fundraising, it's precisely 6:30 Biafra time. We're going to end Biafra Oduduwa time. We're going to end this broadcast so that you can prepare yourself for the fundraising. Today, we're just going to make it interactive, because this is the weekend, and of course, we call it the NUGGET conference. And we want to look at the situations and the things we have actually seen happen during the week. You know, the things that have happened, that have transpired, and the victories we are making, and the current situation as at now. I want to tell you right now that in spite of whatever the enemies are doing, we are winning. We are winning. We are winning. We are going home soon. Very, very, very soon. I can assure you, we are going home soon. So don't mind all these liars. Don't mind all these evil saboteurs. Don't mind all these people who have made themselves enemies of progress, enemies of the cause, enemies of the work they have lost. I'll go straight to our messages now so that I'll be sure. I hope my voice is coming out very well. Noah Lane, you are the first person to actually join. Please, I want to tell everyone, as you've joined now, please like this video and also share on all platforms that you belong, so that the people can join us to join in this gospel of truth and hear the word of truth today. So please like the video, send the video on all your social media platforms. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe to this channel. Remember, you are an ambassador of truth. You must propagate truth at all times. So when you are here, it is your responsibility to propagate truth, and I will look up to you to do that for us. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let me go straight to the messages, because we're going to be interacting. I'm going to open the line so you can call in and, of course, talk to us about your impression about what have happened during the week, the issue of, Ejiofor, and the issue of the attack on Mazisa Maneba, the issue of, the attack on the sit home, the issue of the things you actually experienced and the things you gained as messages or as lessons during the week, and the things that have happened. We just want to have 1 hour today and we're going to be through 6:30. We're through, so that you join the fundraising today. Please, I want you to please support the fundraising. It is very, very important. We are going home, and it will take us also to sacrifice. Remember, the Fulanis are kidnapping, collecting ransom of millions every day. We need those monies to secure our land so that we can get rid of them. So I want to welcome you all to this live broadcast today, Shabbat. So let's look at the messages. Noelin, thank you so much. You are the first person to join in the broadcast today. I appreciate you. Good to have you here, and thank you so much. Of course, Aubrey's Dishes is here. Shabbat, shalom, everyone. Casey, thank you so much. Aubrey's Dishes, good to have you here. You know, when we see our Biafra people, we are delighted. That Okubi. How do I pronounce that? But to them anyways, I know that one very well. Sorry if I've murdered the Okubi or Okubi. Also, I don't know whether I got it right. So please pardon me. All hail Biafra. Gaddafi of Nigeria salute you. Oh, Gaddafi of Biafra. Sorry. Oh, Gaddafi of Biafra. I thought I saw Nigeria there. Sorry. God forbid. It can't be in Nigeria. We don't have anything to do with Nigeria. But Gaddafi of Biafra. My name is Kelechi Ambrose. Do I look like Gaddafi? Oh my God. Gaddafi must hear this. Eric Barry, good day. Mazi Casey, you are doing well for we Biafrans. Yes, so I'm doing well for us all. It is a privilege to actually serve us. Honestly, it's a privilege to serve Biafra. It's my privilege. I'm not asking for anything. I'm just asking that God should restore our freedom and then give us opportunities to grow together, to get our businesses together, to build our nation together. That is what we're asking for, and that's why we're doing what we're doing. Louis Peters says, greetings to you, Kelechi. Thank you so much, Louis Peters. Thank you so much. Greetings, and good to have you, Louis. Thank you. Evans Ike says, are they serious? It depends on the message you are talking about, those that are serious here. You know, Adar Zion says, good evening, Bro Kelechi. Thank you so much, man. You're welcome to the program. Of course, definitely, I know I'm going to see your message, so I'm delighted because you're always here, you know, in spite of your schedule and all of that. So you're always here. John Almeida says, good evening, Bro Kelechi. Thank you so much, John. Good to have you here. I'm delighted to see you as always here. You know, I mean, Edith Nedu, good to have you. Where's Edith Oje? You know, your namesake, Edith Oje. I didn't see her yesterday. Maybe she's going to join too today. Good evening, Master Kelechi. We are waiting for you. Yes, I know. We have been in a meeting for hours now, doing the cause of Biafra and doing the things we need to do for Biafra at the same time. In fact, as I'm talking to you, our guests, Pastor Victor, and of course, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, they are supposed to join us, but they're still in that same meeting. So the meeting is going on. So they will be joining us as soon as they're through. So please, just let's go on and let's do what we're doing. As I'm talking to you, I'm looking at the meeting in another phone here, you know, because I'm supposed to be there, but you know, it's part of the work. So we are doing the work together. It's just we have to just do what we're doing for the sake of Biafra, because we are not relenting. We have seen our future. And because we have seen our future, we are doing what we can do now, sacrificing what we have to sacrifice now, and carrying out the responsibilities and the job on our feet without pay. We are doing it because we know what the pay is going to come from when we receive Biafra as a nation. The receiving of Biafra as a nation is the pay. Once we get our freedom, we have been paid. That is it. That is the sacrifice. That is what we're doing. So please, that is what we're doing. So Obioma Elekwachi, good to have you, Obioma Elekwachi, here. Yes, it's Obioma now. Yes, Obioma, yes. Obioma, thank you. It's a while I saw you here, but good to have you here. Thank you so much. Good day, Mazi Kelechi. And good day, Kelechi. May God bless you, all Biafrans. He say, thank you, Elekwachi Obioma. Good to see you, and thank you for the message. I'm delighted to see you here. Noelin Adiambo says, definitely. Oh, yeah, you are concurring to what I said initially. So, Mr. Dazan says, we are winning. Yes, we are winning. We are winning, and we are winning. We are winning, and nothing is stopping us. We are winning. Eric Barry says, Peter Agba Kalu renders public apology. That is the spirit. And if you observe in that apology that he rendered, you will see that he said something. He said, we have to drop our ego. That is, you see, this ego thing has destroyed lots of our people. This ego thing, the reason why we are even struggling up to this time in this movement. And the reason why we have papers here flying against Mazi Samanepa here and there, them sending petition everywhere that will not work. The reason for that is jealousy and ego. That is just it. And these are killers of destinies. Destinies are being killed by just ego and jealousy. Why would you envy and jealous anybody who has given the mandate to do what they have to do? Why must you say if it's not you, it's not going to work? It cannot be you, because you have not been selected, you have not been chosen for it. So what I need to do, as I am doing now, is to support Mazi Samanepa, support Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the way, because I'm not called to be the one to direct this thing, but I'm called to support them. And that is what I'm doing. And in the way I will do it, as much as you are supporting them and serving in this regard, you are also leading. We should know, we should understand this, as Jesus did it. If you check the book of John 13, he talked about service unto leadership. If you want to be a leader, if you truly are a leader, we see it by your service. It is not by fronting yourself. You remember the other one also that saw Mazi Samanepa do, the chair that Mazi Samanepa sits on. He also went to design that kind of chair and sitting there and feeling too big and broadcasting, constituting nuisance everywhere on social media. Just envy, ego and envy does not qualify you as a leader. Ego and envy is not an attribute, or they are not attributes of leadership. So anyway, you see somebody who is how old is he? How old is Mazi Samanepa? How old is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Who is he? He is nobody. Avoid those kind of people. Run away from them. Because under Mazi Samanepa, I tell you today, there are people who are 80 years old who are calling him son. There are people who are 70, they're calling him son. There are people who are 50 who are calling him son. There are people who are 40, they're calling him son. You know why? It is not about the age thing. It is about the respect for the office that Chukwu Okike has endowed him by the anointing of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to run this. So we understand the position of service. When you understand the position of service, you know that you are serving because you are a leader. Every leader is a servant. If you find anybody who is leading and that person is not serving, then you understand that that person is not actually leading. That person is ruling, and that person is bossy, and that person is an enemy to you, because they will lead you into the dungeon. They will lead you into trouble. Nobody will lead you aright when they are full of ego and when they are full of jealousy. Nobody will lead you aright. For instance, you see why? Do you know why Putin is doing what he's doing today? Ego. So now everybody in that nation is suffering the consequences. He's killing people in Ukraine today because of his ego. That's just it. We want to be in charge. So let me go to the message and let me continue, because I know our guest will be joining us very soon, so shortly. So let's go straight to the message. So yes, he has apologized. Carlo has apologized, and he said, on his fake Interpol stuff, arrested Hale and called him a hero. Yes, he called him a hero, and he said, "Wow, this man is doing great things." And if you avoid him, and try to despise him, to your own detriment. He says so many things. This is what we're saying. This is the spirit. This is the spirit. Sunday, Ifeanyi says, all hail Biafra. Yes, so Sunday. So if you want to call in, I'm going to give the numbers so that, because we want to communicate. We want to actually communicate today. So if you're going to call in, if you're going to be calling in, the number is +212 707 898 194. Maybe I'm going to allow this stuff run so that you can see the number under, because once I'm looking at your messages, I will not be able to display your number to be static. But I'm going to put it here rolling so that when you see it, you'll be able to actually identify it, and all of that, and then you can see the number. So just check out the on the screen. You'll see the number appear there. So just go on with that, and then you take it from there. So all hail Biafra. Sunday, Ifeanyi. Thank you so much, Sunday. So on the screen you see the scrolling. Once it will get to the point where you see the number, just pick the number and call. If you want to call, you want to talk about what has happened, you want to give your contributions, you want to say your mind, you want to talk about events of the week, because this is weekend. You're going to be looking at the events of the week and the activities that have gone on, and then current situations of things now, and then of course we talk about the way forward and how we are moving now. Adaza says Oduduwa held their mega rally today. Yes, today is their first mega rally in Ogun State. Later, Yoruba leaders, now governors, challenged the organizers of that rally, unlike our people. That's it. You see, So when you see people who understand what it means to be free, they support their own, even if they are embedded in the structure that has been destroyed, but it still permits the people to go on because they understand that the seeking for their own state and nation will benefit them the most, will benefit them more. Now, the best thing that can happen to anybody is to receive your freedom. That is it. Once you have your freedom, you can do what you want to do under the auspices of your freedom. I told us the other time, 3 days ago and 2 days ago also, I said that anybody who has succeeded, whatever they have succeeded in getting in this world, and they are Biafrans and they are Africans, or they are Biafrans, whatever they think they have achieved anywhere in the world they have not achieved up to 10% of what they're supposed to achieve. You know why? Because they have not gotten their own freedom to exercise their gifts and talents and everything that they are to be able to succeed in that land, because the fulfillment of your achievement must be in your land. If it is outside your land, you are short-circuited. You are only running on the crumbs. You have not achieved anything yet. Until you get your freedom, you talk about your sovereignty and you do service to your nation. At the point of serving your own sovereign nation, you are now beginning to talk about achievement. You cannot talk about achievement when you are not doing it under your own sovereign nation. Even if you have to serve in America, you must have a sovereign nation first to call your home. Even if you have chosen to go to the United States of America, or you have chosen to go to Australia, or you have chosen to go to Kuwait, wherever you have chosen to go, you can go. But you must first have an allegiance to a sovereign nation. Nigeria is not a sovereign nation because Nigeria does not have the status and the ability to be a nation. It is flawed in the definition of nationhood. So definitely, if you are trapped in Nigeria, there is a big problem. You must make it a priority, an urgency to leave that contraption so that you can complete your success and your wealth and your progress, and you can now adjudge your success rightly because you have a sovereign platform. Everyone have been created to have a particular place called home. It's under slavery. If you are a slave under your home or in your home, you are not yet complete, because everything you are doing is for the benefit of the slave master first. Unless you get your sovereignty, you are not complete yet. That's what we are saying. So we must get our nation to actually put on ground and solidify the context of our success in any field we are found in the world. So that's just the fact. So let me go to the messages quickly before our guests come in and all of that. You are a top-notch presenter, and we all love you. Thank you so much, OH. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for the compliments. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you. I'm so delighted to get that message. Thank you so much. Sunday Ifeanyi says, may God Almighty continue to bless and protect all IPOB autopilot worldwide. He say, thank you so much, and Sunday Ifeanyi. And Princess E, you are here. Good evening, brother. Nice to be here, again. Okay, good to see you also, Princess. Good to have you here. I'm delighted every time I get to see you here too. I'm delighted. And great Biafrans, please hit the like button and share the broadcast. Please hit the like button, share the broadcast. Let the people get the message. Let the message go far and wide. I have said it consistently. We must take over the media space. Truth must dominate lies. And the only way we can do that is to be ambassadors of truth and spread the gospel all over the place. We must share, we must like, we must subscribe so that we can spread, we can take over the media, and dominate the media with truth. All the platforms, those 500,000 e-frogs that have been contracted by the Nzama people. Those 500,000 e-frogs, we must decimate them. And we must do that by dominating the media. So when they post one thing, our messages will come 10 times to counter them. So please share, like, and also subscribe. Share this message, like the message, like this video, and subscribe. When you like it, when people see the likes, they'll say, wow, lots of likes. Let me see what they want, what is hidden here, why they're liking it. And that is how we expand. So please, as Princess E have said, please just like it and share it. Remember, today is fundraising. We are having fundraising today. That is why we're going to make this broadcast brief. We have already spent 25 minutes. We're going to be finishing 6:30 at the dot of Biafra time. Once it's 6:30, we're out of this place. Once we see that the fundraising have started, we're out. So if it starts now, we're going to be out. And of course, by 6:30 Biafra time, Oduduwa time, we're out of this place. So we are working. So if you want to call in, you can call in. If you want to send a message, you send a message. I'm going to be going on the narrative of the messages at the same time, talking about some certain things that your messages will generate, the ideas and the mind, you know, your mind from your messages. I'll speak stuff about it, and then we go on, and then we finish. You know, well, Emmanuel Jr., good to see you here. Good, anyways. Thank God you are calling yourself a fool. So it's good to have you here. You know, I see one of the 500,000 e-frogs that is actually sent. Emmanuel Jr., good to see you. And e-frog is good. You know, frogs jump from one place to the other to actually, to show. But yeah, they don't have anything to offer. They just come and make some irritating noise. You know, so I've seen one e-frog here. His name is Emmanuel Jr. So Emmanuel Jr., keep fooling yourself here and posting whatever you want to post and all of that. We enjoy frogs. You know, it's good to admire frogs and look at frogs and say, okay, that's a frog. You know, so as an e-frog, you have jumped into the platform of Biafra Global Network to constitute nuisance. It's good. At least we have been able to identify one frog that should be restored, and so it shall have sense. So good to have you here, please. Ms. Sadaza says, please, who apologized for what? It seems I missed something. No, you remember when Mazi Samonekpa was preaching yesterday, he talked about and Kalu, you know, Agba Kalu, that who actually was saying Mazi Samonekpa has been arrested, you know, and by Interpol and all of that. And Samonekpa was very hard on him yesterday. Said he appeared in the program. They have appeared in the program together, and here he's coming. He's a two-faced person and all of that. So he came today to apologize, you know, and all of that, to actually apologize, you know. So that is, and he apologized like a humble person who understood that he has made errors, who understood that he has made mistakes. His apology, Mazi Samonekpa, also sent the messages of his apology. You know, the apology was with a good heart, with a good heart. He apologized. So I'm going to take a call is coming in already, so I can pick the calls from now. I'll still continue reading the messages so that I can get to know your thoughts. You're welcome to the live broadcast right now. You are live on Biafra Global Network. Please, you can go on. Good to have you here. Yeah, good afternoon. Good to have you. So please go on.
Yeah, it's Norlin speaking.
Oh, Norlin. Oh, good to have you. You're the first person to send a message and the first to call too. So go on, please.
Yeah, they said a few things that I wanted to point out.
All right.
I had to say the lost millions of naira.
You said regarding what? We didn't hear you well. You said regarding?
Regarding they said they lost trillions of naira.
Okay.
In the seat at home. In the 5-day seat at home.
Yes.
One, they are confirming that the seat at home was successful.
Of course, they're confirming the potency of the seat at home. Yes.
So they are putting themselves to shame.
That is it.
Those people that are saying that people didn't sit at home, they are confirming that seat at home was successful.
Yes.
That's why they lost 3 trillion of naira.
Yes.
Second, they are trying to fraud the so-called federal government. Because if they are receiving that trillions of naira in 5 days, and their country is, if they want to release money again, they will tell them they made loss. If you are receiving trillions of naira within 5 days, how much have you been releasing to federal government?
Which means they've been lying to the people.
They will come back again. They will steal the money and say they made loss.
Yes.
While you sit at home, you lost because of sit at home.
That's it.
After sit at home, you are still going to lose.
That's
because
it.
Of one reason or another.
That's it.
So, and then they are not even ashamed of themselves. Say you are getting trillions of naira, and your country is like a shithole, as President Trump called it. They are not ashamed of themselves to open mouth to say you are even making gains. There's nothing to write home about. There's nothing to present in your country. It doesn't make sense. So I ask myself, what type of sense does these people have? Before you put anything in writing, are you asking yourself what is the consequence? What is the advantage or disadvantage of what I'm about to say? and none of them is making a sensible reasoning at all.
That is it. You see, thank you so much for calling and drawing our attention to that. You see, when people are in part of error, they will just want to justify it, and when they tell one lie, they will keep telling more lies to justify it. Now they don't know that anything. That is why Mazi Samanepa told Ejiofor that just come out. Anytime you come out, you will expose yourself. That is how they do. So anytime they come out, they must expose themselves. You say you made 3 trillion of naira in 5 days, which means you have been making so much, and yet the people are impoverished. Which means you have been making so much, yet you cannot deliver. And now, so it's very funny. It's very, very funny. But you see, these things are the things that will keep exposing them until we get into our freedom, and then they will know that we already know. Anytime they open their mouth, they will expose themselves. They will expose themselves. So they have no. Thank you so much. I'm delighted to get your to get your call, and I believe that Biafrans have understood that clearly, because you made it. You just hit it. You just hit the nail on the head, and that's the fact. You just got the fact. The people are suffering, but they are making trillions of naira. Now it is obvious also that the seat at home is getting at them. So it has been all about the money. It is not about the people. Why we are losing? We are losing. We are losing. That is the message they're passing. They are not talking about what the people, personally, what the people, the interest of the people. They are concerned about what they are losing, what they can steal and all of that. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, Noeline. Thank you so much. I'm happy for your submission. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you. Now you hear that, everybody. So you can imagine. So let's go on. Let's go on. They are just criminals, and they will keep doing what they have to do to actually verify that they're criminals. If they don't act this way, how would we continue to confirm and endorse their criminality? We'll keep endorsing them as criminals because they are criminals, and they need to commit errors like this continuously. Keep erring, and we keep identifying them as criminals. And the more they keep erring, the more those two who have been confused will begin to see their errors and begin to identify and know that these ones are, criminals and all of that. So they have to keep doing it, and until they don't have a position or the ability to cover their errors anymore. That's it. Good day, my brother. I'm here. Clement, good to see you. Always agile on media space. Clement, thank you so much. Good to see you here. Thank you so much. Ugochi Judith. Good evening. Greetings, Casey. Thank you, Ugochi. It's been a while. I'm happy to find you here also. Thank you so much. Blessings. Blessing Chuku says 100%. Yes, so 100%. 100%. Clement. Here, sir. All right, Clement, I see you. Of course, I spot you right here. You're always here, and all of that. Chidex Ahams says, and good evening, Master Kelechi. Chidex Ahams, thank you. Good evening to you too also. Good to have you here. Gentleman, Edo TV. Oyamiri people, Republic of Biafra. Look at this Niger Delta person. There's E-Frogs. He calls himself a TV also, and he's an E-Frog. You see, he's one of those 500,000 that was contracted, given some stipend, to actually become a frog and jump from one platform to the other to post. So that's the second from that. We had the first one as Emmanuel saying God is with him, and yet he's an E-Frog. Now we have Gentleman Edo TV also, an E-Frog. We appreciate you, E-Frog. Good to see you guys here. It's good to have frogs around. At least nature needs frogs too, because God knows why he created frogs. So you're welcome, Gentleman Edo TV, the E-Frog. We welcome you also. Good for your message. Good to see you send a message to represent the family of E-Frogs. It's good to have your message. Thank you so much for joining the Honorable E-Frog. Mary K, God bless you, Mazi. Thank you so much, Mary. Good to have you here. It's an international propaganda organization of free fraud. Yes. This is a submission from the E-Frog. You see what he's posting? That's why he's an E-Frog. So please just keep allowing him post whatever he wants to do. Emmanuel Frog, shameless fool. Those are the frogs we have. Emmanuel and the Edo's TV stuff. So we see their position, their postings. The E-Frogs are still here. Good to have them there. Go and take your 5 E's to say, look at the E-Frog. He doesn't know anything about it. He doesn't know history, so he has to do what he has to do. Please don't mind the E-Frog. He's an E-Frog, he has to jump from post to post. So let's allow them jump, just keep fooling themselves. Blessing on who assists my beloved brother Kelechi. How are you doing today? Keep on doing good work. We love you all. Biafra or death, no going back. Thank you so much. Biafra or death, no going back. We are not going back. We are taking everybody with us. no Biafran will be left in under the name Nigeria. No Biafran. No Biafran. That divide rule tactics will not hold waters. It can't stop us. We are going home. Everybody's going home. Every one of us, we are going home. Nothing is stopping us. So we are set, we are ready, and we are firm on our decision to go home. Enough is enough. Biafra, some of them who are hypnotized and cast spells on is delivered in Jesus' name. Isaiah Mary, Ike, thanks for that prayer. Those who are under spell, of course, we declare that they are free today, according to the proclamation from our words today. Lola the lady, no Mazik, thanks for all you're doing for us. Thank you so much, Lola the lady. Good to have you here. You know, good to have you here. Good to see you, Lola the lady. That's why it says they lost trillions of naira. They have not started losing. You know, that's when they want to. They have to make it bogus. Trillions of naira. But when they give you the budget, you will see the amounts they put in the budget that they make. Now they are telling you for only 5 days they lost 3 trillions of naira. But in the budget, they would, when they want to give you a report of what they are making, they'll tell you they are not making enough. They are making losses and all of that. Trillions of naira. That is what the potency of the seats at home, and that is what they are fighting. They are not fighting because they are concerned about you not eating. They are fighting because they know how much they are losing when they don't earn. They are losing so much, you know, when they don't earn. Cosmos, thank you so much. Okay, Biafra is here already. Yes, thank you so much, Mazi Kelechi. Keep up the good works. And Biafra is here already. Thank you so much, Cosmos. Good to see your message on WhatsApp. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Mazi Kelechi, I have a question I like to put forward. Okay, please, Clement, please put that question forward. Please put it forward. Let's see the question. Let's see the question. Please put it forward. Put it forward. Let's see. I hope you have put it forward. Or you want to call in? If you want to call in, you can call in to ask the question. So let me keep reading. And when I get to where your question is, I'm going to also address it. Ugochi Judith said, "Gentlemen, are you not ashamed of yourself? Will you get out of here?" There are frogs. Just allow frogs. You know, you have to allow frogs also and jump from around and make some noise, so that we know that nature has some frogs around. You know, Madam Nolan on point. They shot themselves on the foot regarding claims on losses. That's it. John, that's it. Correct. They talk about losses, but they will tell you they have lost so much money. Well, the lady says, at Gentle Edo, so you pay for your data just to go from one platform to another to constitute nuisance. This is pure sadistic behavior which causes multiple diseases. I like this. Lola the lady, I've just given it to him. You know, he's an e-frog. You know frogs, you know what they do? They can't destroy anything, they can't spoil anything. They all just need to jump from one place to the other and make noise. If you call them e-rats, you are giving them power, because rats can destroy things. Rats can enter into your cupboard, can enter into your foodstuff, can enter into your clothes, tear them, enter into your documents, tear them. So when you call them e-rats, you give them credence, because that means they have the capability to actually cause harm to what you're doing. But when we call them e-frogs, we tell them that they don't have a capability to actually harm us or do anything wrong with what we're doing. We tell them, yes, you are just there, but you can jump from here and here. All you can do is to make noise. You know the way frogs make noise, and their noise is always irritating. When you hear the sound of the frog noise, is very irritating. So you can imagine this Gentle Edo and that's Emmanuel. You can imagine, you can hear the sound that's coming from them. It's very irritating. So we don't have time. We know they are frogs. It is for them to. After all, if they don't make irritating noise, who else will make it? It is not the autopilot that will make the irritating noise. Autopilot will always give reasonable noise and take reasonable actions. But we need the frogs to make irritating noise and take very stupid actions. So that's what is going on here. So let's allow them jump around as e-frogs as they are. You know, look at him again. He has posted another one. It's good to have e-frogs. I'm displaying it so that it will be that he's also, he's receiving attention from reasonable people to identify them as frogs. Cosmos, he said, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu really surrounded himself with criminals. If not, how can somebody in his right senses will kick against it at home? Honestly, my brother, Cosmos, Onyoku. Okay, Onyuku, Cosmos, Onyuku, you can imagine how somebody will kick against it at home when he knows that what that sit at home is affecting his enemy. And they are fighting this. They know that it is affecting the Nigeria government. They know it is affecting their thieving program, their stealing program, yet they are fighting it. That tells you that they are not normal. Good man, David. Good evening, Kelechi. Thank you so much, good man. Good to have you here. Good evening to you also. Thank you. I'm delighted to see you. And good man says, God bless everyone here. Thank you so much, good man. And God bless you too. I believe everyone is blessing you too in the heart. And Christian John says, all hail Biafra. Yes, because Biafra is here. 78 days to go, and we are in our land. I'm going to see you. You're going to see me. We're going to embrace one another. We're going to celebrate. We're going to drink and eat and all of that, and jump around and dance around our streets. Get rid of the Fulanis. Get rid of every evil around our communities, and begin to sustain and build a land of milk and honey, a land of reasonable people, a land that will take over the mandate of taking the global development to another stage, another level. So that's it. Good man. Thank you. More strength, my brother. Fire on. Thank you so much. Good man. Good man. Good to have you here. This is weekend, so you can call in. You can send your contributions. You can send your messages. Just send what you want to send. We're rubbing minds together. We look at the issues that happened during the week. The issue of Ejiofor, the issue of Berekete, the issue of sending the seculars around against Simon Ekpa, the fight against the sit at home. Everything this week happened. Everything happened this week. The course of the mandate of freedom has changed dimensionally in this week. It has taken critical position now. We now know that we are truly on the pathway. Those people who actually don't know that we actually were on the pedestrian of freedom, now they can see it with their eyes. You saw how hell let loose, and all the enemies of Biafra were springing from here and there and coming out from here and there. After Ejiofor was decimated and it was exposed, they now think that they can come all out. They now see the success of the sit at home. Successful. Even Kalu Alba testified of it, that anybody who says that the sit at home was not successful is a liar. He came humbly to testify that. So that is the spirit, you know. Lino Benson says Biafra should shun politicians of all persuasion in the zoo, caged animals led by enemies, Fulanis, who hide under Islam to deceive, for they are flippant, lying according to who they are talking to. That is it. They are flippant. They are, they are liars. They can't do without lying, because even in their religion, lying is part of the package. Takia is strongly accepted as long as you want to conquer people. So it is accepted. So you understand all of these. So that's why we understand every move they take. We know what they stand for and what they represent. So that's just it, my brother. Thank you so much, Lino Benson. Blessing Chiku says, you're not a Biafra. Why are you drinking Panadol in another people's headache? Don't mind that frog. He has to jump around. Frogs don't have sense, so they will do what they have to do. UZ, Oz, like we have in the book of Job. Job is from the nation of Oz. Please block those frog. They are distractions. Sometimes it's good to actually look at the messages of the frogs and see how stupid they are. It helps me, because when I see their message, I assess their level of thinking and I judge their level of reasoning faculty. I discover that they are actually very low. So I try to, increase the tempo of my preaching and actually try to see how I can help them by, building more on how I can be able to get them to understand that they need freedom. Those who will be free will be free. Those who will continue to be more, to showcase their froggy mission or their froggy ministry. I don't know how many of you know that Fraggle Rock or whatever it is. You see those frogs, about frogs, Fraggle Rock. Those days, they call it Fraggle Rock or something. I think that's the name, Fraggle Rock. Those days, that cartoon, very funny about frogs. You see how their eyes are and everything. That is it. So sometimes we try to help these people, and because we don't want any man to perish. That's what good people do. That's what autopilot represents. We don't want anybody to perish. So we keep preaching and try to see how we can save them. So we allow them pour out their minds. As they keep pouring out their minds, we see their minds and we laugh, we smile, and we tell them who they are. We let them understand that they are frogs, and then we now begin to preach to them to get away from the spirit of frogs, the froggy spirit, and get back to normalcy so that they can become normal people. So us, don't get bothered about them. Leave the frogs. Let them jump around. It is good for frogs to jump around and jump around until they break their legs. Good day, Ago says greetings from here, my personal person. Thank you so much, my person too. Good day, Ago. Thank you so much. The tiger, Ago. Ahaya, good to have you here. Hope I am not too late to your program. Just about maybe some minutes. I don't know the time you sent this message, so just a few minutes. We're still, we just have 1 hour to do what we have to do so that we can actually join the revenue stuff for the alliance. So that we can get weapons and equipment for what we're doing. We are desirous to go home. I can't wait. I don't know. You can't wait too. We have to go home. So we have to do this thing fast. Contribute the money we need to contribute fast. We need to do these things fast. I don't know about you, but that's the way I feel. I feel like seeing, in fact, I feel like seeing Ahaya. I feel like seeing Princess E. I feel like seeing Good Diago. I feel like seeing us. I feel like seeing everybody here. Everybody here. I feel like seeing, Edith, everybody, and Lola the lady. Everybody, I want to see everybody. That's why we are doing what we're doing, preaching and saying, please support ESN, support the alliance. We want to get this thing. We have 78 days to the full-fledged retrieval of Biafra from the hands of the contraption, from the cagey dungeon of these evil people, these marauders who carry cattle everywhere. All their life, they don't improve. They just carry cattle everywhere and then steal your resources, steal what you have to do, and then go and buy some things that other people have invented. Buy cars, buy big cars they cannot even repair. They cannot even they have the knowledge to. They just go and buy things and live in it, but they are still cattle rearers. And when you live in it, just few of them will be enjoying. Then they will still leave their own people to still carry cattle around. They will still be training cattle. That's the kind of people they are. That's the kind of people they are. So we want to. Ahaya says, hope you're not late. So you're not really late, my brother. Just maybe some 30-something minutes gone. So you can watch it later. Christian Okore says, all hail Biafra. All must hail Biafra, whether they like it or not. Good day, Ago. Thank you so much, Christian, for that. Christian Okore, thank you. Good day, Ago says they are sewage rats. If you call them rats, you are giving them power anyways. That's why I say they are not rats. They are frogs, because rats can destroy. Do you know rats can enter into your room now and destroy some things? Destroy your books, destroy your food stuff, destroy things. Rats can destroy things, but frogs can't. Frogs will just be jumping around and making noise. So that's how they keep making noise. Don't you see the messages of these frogs here? They just say some stuff that cannot even destroy what we're doing. Have their messages destroy what we're doing? As they keep fighting and sending the frogs, they have been sending their messages, making noise all over, sending to UN, sending everywhere. Arrest Samanepa and do this. Oh, they have arrested Samanepa. And now he's in the hand of Interpol. Has it happened? They are frogs. Their words are stupid. Their words are not significant. Clement says, Kelechi, can we raise funds to provide maximum 24 hours security for our spokesperson, MSC, because the days are perilous for the period of time? Yeah, Clement, you have a good, very, very, very good point here. You have a very, very good point, but I can assure you that Mrs. Simon Edba is protected both physically and spiritually. In the campaign, nothing they happen. Nothing they shell. Make I use our Oduduwa people. I've not seen my Oduduwa people here today. I've not seen them today. Please, I need to get messages from them. Please, if you are here from Oduduwa Nation, please, you are brothers and sisters. We need your messages also. I tell you, Clement, nothing there happened. Don't worry, Salman is safe. He's secure. Finland alone is secure. Finland alone is backing him 100%. So no nonsense can happen. So please, let's just calm down. Calm down, my brother. Calm down. Nothing is happening. We are in control. We're in control. 78 days to go. We are getting our freedom. Do the Kings, West Side G Kings. Do the 5. All right, I do the 5. Yeah, man. Thank you so much, Judith. Nkechi says exactly. Don't mind the frog. Right on, my brother. You are doing a good job. Thank you so much, Judith. Nkechi, thank you. Thank you so much for the compliment, and I'll keep doing the job. We don't mind the frogs. They have to go around and jump around and all of that. Biafra is our religion. Yes, because we are embedded in the concept of God, the truth, and the religion that we are embedded in is the gospel of truth, and that's why Biafra is our religion, the religion of truth. Cosmos Onyekachi. Onyoku says, yes, they are rightly so as e-fraud. E-fraud, you call them e-fraud, but I got e-frogs. E-frogs, that's frogs. F-R-O-G-S, I came late, Kevin. But later you watch it from top. Actually, we're just, throwing light on the things we're doing here. So thank you so much, Kevin. Good to see you here. Says, Biafra is our last hope. No Biafra, no peace for the zoo. Ejiofor is evil, but he is fighting a losing battle. Sit at home is one of our weapons. Ejiofor has lost the battle. Ejiofor has been exposed and disgraced. He cannot enter Biafra land the way he thinks he can enter before and go and kill an ESN member. He can't do that again or kill ESN commander or those his men, those less than 100 men that he's commanding, and all of that. Those people he gave the money they gave to him to get his own wing of militants to be committing crime for him. He cannot come in again to Biafra land, to do anything. And of course, those ones, if they don't drop their arms, they'll get it hot. We are dealing with them little by little. Anybody who is a saboteur is in trouble. If you are a saboteur, you're in trouble. You know, Margaret Ejogwe says, good evening, Master Kelechi, we are winning. I don't give a damn. Yes, we don't give a damn. You know, we say it, we are set to get our freedom. Call us terrorists, we accept. Call us whatever you want to call us, we accept. But as much as we know that we are on the path of truth, you cannot shake us. Be you who, be you E-Frog, be you Nzama, be you whatever you are, as long as we're on the path of truth, we don't give a damn what you say, what you do, how you operate, and what you call us. Call us terrorists, we know that you are working for the real terrorists, which is the Zoo Caliphate government and their British people who are their leaders. So definitely we understand what we're doing is true and of God. So we're not shaking. Good man David said, what the people don't know is that Nelson Mandela was called a terrorist. Yes, he was called a terrorist. That's why you see, when you see people on the truth and you call them terrorists, you help propagate their image. Because as much as you call them terrorists, people will now begin to inquire who this person is. Along the line, they will now discover that this person is not a terrorist. That is when you have given them the platform of truth. That is when you have established the name, the platform of truth in the minds of other people who they never knew it before. So they're propagating us, they are preaching, they are spreading the gospel, they are helping us to go far and wide. So that's what they're doing. So thank you, Dollar Fox. It's a good evening. Good evening, Omo Biafrans. Thank you so much, Dollar Fox. Thank you, Dollar Fox. Good to see you again today. Thank you so much. And we have Margaret Ejogwe. It is too late for Ejiofor. That's it. Ejiofor, it is too late for him. He has gone down already. And good evening, Biafrans, Chiku and Chibike Chibu. Thank you, Chiku and Chibu. Thank you. Good to see you again today. Thank you, John Maida says the shepherd left 99 sheep in search of one lost one. If the Ephraim are not too notorious, don't block them, as they might change at the end of the program. Thank you so much, John Almeida. Thank you. Good. Thanks. You understand that concept here. So that's why I don't want to block. I just leave them to express themselves. And then as they express themselves, they'll be hearing the gospel. They'll be hearing the gospel until they are saved. That is what we have come to do. We have come to save people. We have not come to kill. Even Fulanis, we have come to save them. What we are doing will save them too. That is the truth. That's the fact. You know, my brother, good to have you. Aqua Ugo. Don't mind me sometimes. I find it hard to read these days. Good afternoon, Kelechi. I'm a proud Biafran. Good to have you, my brother Ugo. Thank you so much. I know you're a proud Biafran. That's why you're here, rugged, standing Bidiba in the name of Biafra and all of that. Being strong and rugged in Biafra. Margaret Ejogwe says we are not shaken. Exactly. We are not shaken. Whether they call us anything, we are not shaken. We are ready to bear any name, to deliver our people. David Nosy says, God bless you all time. Thank you so much. Thank you, David Nosy. Thank you so much. And God bless you too. Thank you so much. I appreciate your prayer. Cosmos Onyoku says, well, these criminals doing what they know best and standing on the way for Biafra restoration are doing so to justify the money they collected from their zoo masters that send them. Yes, they have to do it to justify the money they have collected. But at the same time, they have to do it because when they are given this money motivates them to do worse than they can do. And when they do the worst they can do, we now defeat them in that level of their worst behavior. And that means we are able to prove how powerful we are. Because money makes them bring their best. Put in their best strategy of betrayal, put in their best to see that they destroy the stuff. And in the limits, in the extent of them, in the climax of their best, we defeat them. That tells you that what we carry is stronger than them 100 times. That proves because in the level, in the climax of who they are, and in the expression of their wickedness and their betrayal, we are able to prove that what we carry can take care of them anytime. Then we can now reveal how powerful we are. And then we can now talk about victory because we need to defeat to win, to talk about victory. So that's what happens. So thank you so much, my brother Cosmos. Onyuku, thank you for that submission. We're running out of time. So he did have any man. David Nosey, he did have any man. Okay, I think you are talking, please make it clear. I'm trying to understand from what point you are, Lino Benson says we need to put in place serious systems to watch live via Google Earth so that whatever that is happening in our land can be zeroed in and action taken beforehand to thwart our earning plans. Yes, of course. Remember we talked about installing some internet stuff and all of that and some powerful stuff. So all those things are part of the plan and program, that is going on. So definitely thank you so much, Lisa and Lino Benson, for that. And that is part of the program too. They have succeeded in bringing Biafra to the limelight through their nefarious activities unknown to them. That is it. So that is it. Everything they do is for our good. That means, that's why Scripture says all things work together for good to them that love the Lord and accord unto His purpose. Check the book of Romans chapter 8, verse verse 24. So just read down, you just see it there and all of that. So it's working for our good. Please, family, let Biafra know when Biafra restored. All the evil movie will ban all 133 states of Biafra. You doing good TV show. We young generation of autopilot in Europe love you. Thank you so much, Dudu King West. Thank you so much for this message. What you have said is very pertinent and very important. That these things must be banned. You see people like this what's the name of this guy? I don't even know their names. I don't even want to know their names because they are very bad influence to the young people. They have destroyed the lives of our young people. Go to all over the zoo. Everybody's looking forward to. Almost everybody wants to do 419. If they see opportunities to go into 419 business, criminality, they want to go because these movie people have given them this Yul Edochie and all these people have given them that mindset of evil and all of that. That mindset of evil, So we are going to get rid of all of this evil and sanitize our people morally so that we can have a nation that is free of evil and all of that. I want to appreciate you all because I said we're going to, because of today is fundraising, so we're not going to spend much time here. We just want to spend 1 hour and then so that we can actually expect. Tomorrow we'll go back to base program. We're going to be talking about scripture tomorrow. So those people who have questions about scripture and arguments about scripture, just come and let's discuss, and then we can move on from there to know Chukwu Okike. We are going to study about Chukwu Okike tomorrow. Chukwu Okike tomorrow. Back to base program by 4 p.m. Biafra time. We're going to be live here. So please don't miss it. Don't miss out. 4 p.m. Biafra time. We're going to be talking about Chukwu Okike tomorrow. So we finish up and on time. 1 hour, 30 minutes we're through because we have other meetings for Biafra and all of that. So lots of activities going on. So anytime you see that time moves like this, you know that we actually had to, do what we are doing, and all of that. Fulani is not a zoo. Okay, Finland is not a zoo. Yes, Finland is not a zoo. So that is why we say Mazamonepa is secure. So nobody should worry about that. You see that. You see. Normally, you see what I've told these e-frogs now, they have run away. They can't post again. They have run away. It's either they repent or they run away. That's what's going to happen to them. So we know how to handle them. Leave the e-frogs. Let them come here. When they get the message will bite them. Either they go back and sit down and think and repent, or they continue to do the e-frog business. The froggy ministry that they have, froggy enterprise. So thank you all. I love you all. Please, let's keep fit and strong. Tomorrow is another day. And then next week, Monday, we're going to have the mind surgery show. And of course, it's going to be explosive. So I'm expecting you all, and we're going to be doing wonderful things together. I tell you, watch towards it. What's going to be happening from now. Great things will be happening from now. I tell you that the zoo has fallen and has crumbled. You just have to know that. Cosmos Onyuku says, Ejiofor is really callous to have gone this far, to betray his colors, his client. Too bad indeed. He has gone far, and he has to do it because he has to be defeated. He has done it. We move. Fabio says we move. Yes, we move. Thank you so much, Fabio, for joining. Good to see you here also. So Cosmos, he has to do it because the devil has entered him. After all, who would be used? It is people that are close that will be used. And he has done his worst as the legal person, who is supposed to be very, very, very confident to our leader. But he has used that, he has abused that opportunity, abused that privilege, and now he is on the run. He's going to be on the run until the spirit of Biafra will strike him. That's what's going to happen. Oz Onyendu was kidnapped because Ejiofor tricked him to Kenya. That's it. Ejiofor tricked him to Kenya after all series of meetings that they had with the so-called politicians and so-called security meetings that he talked about. After all those meetings, they planned it very well and made him gave him the boost to go to Kenya, arrange somebody there who is going to have a meeting with him, and suddenly they clamped down on him, spending hundreds of millions to actually carry out that exercise and carry out program. So it was a strategic one, but they have lost it because what they have done has actually brought the real thing and the real movement to the place where it's supposed to be and to move in the place it's supposed to move, or else would have been terrible. So good to see that Chukwu has used this as an opportunity to do what he has to do, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come out strong in this and also join forces and then lead us to the freedom. What the Zoo succeeded in doing in Kenya can never happen in any European country. That's why they first lured onion to Kenya. That's it. They know that Kenya, they're still slaves. They're still slaves. So the slavery thing has gone into the people, and of course for Africa. That is why we want Biafra to be free, because as soon as we get our freedom, we will help other aspects of Africa to be free. So that's just it. So they lured him there, and they use that as a means of bringing him to the dungeon of the DSS. But they don't know that what they have done is to actually push Biafra forward and to actually bring the reality of this thing to us. So Margaret Ichogoe says, we thank the Lord for using their blackmail, to make the whole world hear our voice. That is why all things work together for good. They will keep doing. We are asking them to bring more blackmails, write more petitions. We are asking them. We are not. Write more petitions. Go and sue more. We want more of them to go to court. Say they are suing me, suing anybody, suing Mazi Samaneka, suing anybody, sue else. Just keep suing. Do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. We need more of that, because you are giving us publicity. You are giving us publicity. People will begin to become curious. They'll begin to hear the gospel, and they'll begin to get converted by the gospel. You are giving us publicity. So please go on and bring more petitions. We are waiting for you, please. Consistency is the key to freedom. Kennedy Obilo, thank you. Kennedy, it's been a while. Good to have you again. Consistency is the key, and that is why we're consistent. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will always say it. Consistency is the key. We are not wavering. We don't wave. We don't waver. We are consistent. We talk about freedom and we maintain freedom. We don't talk about freedom and tomorrow we talk about election. No, we talk about freedom because freedom will give us a better platform to carry out election. How can you carry election on a fraud? How can you conduct election on something that's not a nation? So these are the things we're talking about. Tomorrow, join me 4 p.m. Biafra time. Back to base program is going to be very, 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 very educating about Chukwu Okike tomorrow. We're going to be talking about that. Thank you so much all. I appreciate you all for joining. And I say, may Chukwu bless you all, and compliments of the day. Enjoy the rest of the day. As you draw close to Christmas, keep praying for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Don't get yourself celebrating and forget that someone has sacrificed himself, and for 2 Christmas now, he has not been present. He has not been present to celebrate. He has not been with his family. He has not been with he's not having a good life. He's just there. He's even deprived of food. He's starving. He's lacking, and all of that because of you and I. That is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is suffering today, because of you and I. If you find yourself relaxing and seeking for something else without thinking of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, seeking for something else that betrays Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, just know that you are a saboteur, and the land of Biafra will not forgive you. So that is why we're telling you, keep celebrating and forget that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is somewhere suffering because of you. That is why I told myself, this is not going to be time for eating chicken and all of that. I'm going to reminisce over it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave his life, gave his time, gave everything for me and every Biafran and every African all over the nations of the world. That is why he is where he is. And I'm not going to allow that sacrifice go in vain. That is why I'm here. That's why you are here. That's why we are here. And we'll continue to sustain what we have to sustain to make sure that this happens. And Esther Chijum says it is wonderful that the whole Nigeria is turned for water. Greetings, my son. Thank you so much. Yes, so the whole Nigeria is now on that water. They are getting it from left, right, center, every corner. Amechi Jonas says, God bless Mazi Samanekpa. He said, thank you so much. All says, God bless you, Mazi. Thank you so much, Oz. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And you too. God bless you. My generation and our generation must surely achieve and restore Biafra nation come 2023. Jerry, okay, thank you so much, Jerry. We must achieve it. Nothing will stop us from achieving it, and that is why we're doing what we're doing. Keep on and keep on. The fundraising holds from any moment. So please, we're going to end this broadcast now so that we can prepare you to join the fundraising. Thank you all. I love you. Bless you all, and you remain blessed. See you in the next week, strong, healthy, and firm. Thank you so much. My name is Kelechi Ambrose. This is NUGGET Conference on Biafra Global Network. Thank you so much.
I believe that the reason God created man was for management.
Really? I have never heard it put that way.
The first thing is to be honest with yourself. You can never have an impact on society if you have not changed yourself.
God will never allow growth where there is no management.
Wow, wow, wow.
So instead of praying for things from God, pray for the management ability.
Everything I tell you is true. Everything I open my mouth and I say is correct because heaven directs me on what to say. Eligwe, Zemos in Zendidendo. Heaven will tell me and I will tell you it will come to pass in front of your eyes. Not behind you, you will see it happening.
God will withhold things from you if you cannot manage them.
When you look at the facts that something around 1 million people perished as a result of the actions of the British and Russian and Nigerian federal governments.
Vis-a-vis what we see in Nigeria, which is truly not, it should not be surprising. Look, what's happening in Nigeria is barbarous. It's horrible. I mean, it's complete madness, yet it's not a priority. The United States unilaterally could do almost anything it needs to do. It would be a long-term effort, but it could be done. And the United States has the capability. All the elements of power, we have those.
So why not?
Complete, it's not a priority. That's the problem. We are committed elsewhere in the world. Black West Africa is not a priority.
Anybody who changes his principles depending on whom he is dealing, that is not a man who can lead a nation.
They can't tell me.
No way.
When the time comes,
It's okay.
what stupid country is this? So when it's this, you try somebody's secret? When you like, you try secret. When you like, it's in public. What stupid country is that? What stupid country is that, I ask you? When you like, you try in secret. When you like, you try in private. And then, they are killing my people. They are killing my people. They are killing Ambroise. They are killing my people. After killing my people, you tell me what to tell in secret? The person is mad. Completely mad. Tell Buhari, that's what I said. That he is mad. He cannot tell me. He cannot tell me. He's a madman. There's a contempt of court proceedings here. Contempt of court. They don't obey court order. They don't obey court order. You're telling me secret prayer. Is the person mad? I, Nnamdi Kanu, will sacrifice anything sacrificable to make sure that Biafra comes.
We hereby declare no election, no 2023 general election in Biafra land. This no election in Biafra land has been activated. We are going to make it a task that must be done by every Biafran. All measures will be put in place to make sure the adequate civil disobedience is implemented to stop the election in Biafra land.
know the meaning of discovery? It means to bring to light something that is buried on the ground. If you can accept that, then you know that Biafra is coming. There is nothing man can do about it. It's too late. Way, way too late. The countdown has begun.